Hey, what's up? At your feet on the street, your favorite cryptid hunter, JR, and you found your way to the Scott-Free Podcast. And man, I gotta let you know, we got significant amounts of adult topics here. Some discussion is just not suitable for all the kiddos. If it gets too hot, take a break. Listener discretion is advised.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Scott Free, a Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition podcast. I have with me my wonderful players, Bub, Dot, and Drac. Unfortunately, Mathis can't join us. He's ill, so send love to him. But hi, welcome.
So I've replaced him with a picture of Tim.
I actually just noticed
thought that was a selfie. Hi, are you ready to be Anarchs? It feels nice to be back at a table with you all.
I'm very excited.
Good to have you back.
Yeah, I'm very
at the
excited.
table, to be honest.
Yeah.
I would say that it's been too long, but there's been so much Suichi Saito in my life recently. It's almost as if you're not there.
Who doesn't love a sneaky little Ultraman that may or may not be dead? Who knows?
Ollie is way okay with him being dead right now because it's an every episode event.
It's very interesting. I love doing this podcast, and then because I'm not the GM for that, so I don't hear everything that goes on, and I'm like, my character did a thing, and it's really cool. And hopefully, the people who watch and listen to our podcast know that we do live stuff. We have another campaign, Shadows of Sybil, on our Twitch channel, so come join us. It's a lot of fun. It's a very long running thing, like 3 seasons of it, and almost 100 episodes or something. Yeah, and it's also supported by our wonderful Patreon. Woo! So hop on over there if you're enjoying this podcast. I know we've been on a really long break, but we've got a lot of cool stuff coming up for you. Crack Crown Season 2, hopefully next year.
January.
Ooh. And a community game, which is having a little gang war that may or may not be related to what's happening in this show a little bit. We good. Yeah.
It's going to be fun. We're going to do damage. Irreparable damage. I have no doubt. Well, I'm ready. Let's run it.
Let's
do
this
it.
thing? All right, let's.
I mean, I'm excited. I don't even have anything to say. I'm just like, where do we start,
Okay,
Josh?
let's do this. Let's see what our cheeky little Anarchs have been up to. It's been approximately 6 months since Ikemba, Candy, JR, and Tim went into Gary to find out where Scott Freeman was being held by the Second Inquisition. They successfully achieved that with minimal collateral damage. And since then, they've been living their lives. Candy has been building a mafia empire. JR has been building a podcast empire. Ikemba has been selling secrets to the Inquisition. And Tim has been running guns. Unfortunately, for all of them, that is about to change quite dramatically. So we're going to do a little montage here. Candy, Tim appears on your doorstep, and there is, at his feet, the severed head of one of your captains. In its mouth, a note written by someone claiming to be the real Luciano crime family, stating that all of your captains in Gary have had enough of your bullshit and they want to run the drug trade for themselves. The ever loyal Tim rushes off in his shiny new truck into Gary to find out what the fuck is up with his transport routes.
Oh, no, he didn't. Candy knows he did not.
Ikemba, in a shadowy corner of a bar full of smoke and people with very low brimmed hats, you sit across from FBI agent Brandon Hirsch, who gratefully listens to all of the interesting things that the local kindred have been up to, and in exchange offers you information. There have been many and lethal werewolf attacks in Gary, as well as a brewing faction war.
Ikemba just, as they first mention werewolf attacks, Ikemba's smile, this is already almost always plastered on their face, widens a little bit. And then at the mention of a brewing war, widens even more to probably unsettling amount. And he just nods and says, "Thank you for that. I think I'm gonna take a trip to Gary."
You don't get any positive response from Hirsch, who obviously at the end of last season was horrendously burnt by you all setting him on fire with jet fuel. He's become quite bitter about that. JR, you are sitting at your podcasting studio desk. Lights are flashing up. You've got a script. You've got everything you need on your high-tech setup. And you are listening to the 10th person today calling in and telling you that there have been sightings of Mothman in Gary, Indiana. And they are convinced that this means that something is going to go down there. Mothman only ever turns up when something is about to go down, something bad. This is not good, and we need answers. What is Mothman? What is he doing in Indiana? Is this an apocalypse scenario?
Listen, if coincidences are simply coincidences, then why do they feel so fucking contrived? All right, there's an explanation for everything, caller, and I'm going to find my happy ass all the way over to Gary yesterday. Keep listening. Things are about to get weird.
And that is why we find all three of you convened at Candy's house, Candy's mansion, Daddy's old house, discussing exactly how your little pseudo-coterie can help each other out in your Gary excursions.
Okay, like Ikemba, I have to really start with just like a proper thank you, because if it wasn't really for like you and killing my dad, we wouldn't be here.
Ikemba's sat in like one of the sofas and is upside down on the sofa, just like legs up, head hanging off the sofa, and just goes, "Yeah, no worries. Don't worry. You owe me a favor. I'll call on it when I need it. But right now, I'm here to help any way I can."
Okay, so I have a black cab ready to like take us to Gary or whatever, but I feel like this is the time where we should have a plan.
Plan. Well, I guess, why are all of you going to Gary? What's the whole deal with all of your situations?
I pull a head out from underneath my very polished desk. This
Oh,
is
this you?
well, no. Ew. I mean, he was a goon. Now he's just like a head and a poignant statement. So I prepare to make one back. That's like what
Okay.
you do, right? In the
Yeah.
mafia?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a little medieval, honestly. Like,
I
who
mean,
chops
it does
people's
seem kind of
heads off?
shoddily done. Um, can I see, like, I'll pick, just kind of swing off the sofa and walk over to the head and just like look at the region where it was cut
Oh,
off.
yeah, it's
How does it look? Is it like badly done? Is it like a clean cut? Kind of jet? What can I
it's
tell from it?
raggedy and it is not a clean cut. Like someone hacked at this multiple times before it came off. The jaw slowly creaks open and you can tell like there's shards of paper like stuck in the teeth from where the note that came with it was jammed. And it's a bit of a hack job in a literal sense.
Ikemba kind of moves the jaw and goes, Oh, I was cut really badly. Yeah, no, this was a pretty bad job, but very clearly very emotional about it. What, some of people in your ranks not liking being under your control?
Um, more like a desperate attempt to, like, I don't know, prove their masculinity. And I'll show you the note that came out of the mouth.
Okay. Yeah, seems like you've got some. Sounds like mutinies are brewing. I can definitely help with that if that's what you need.
Well, there will be no mutinies. We are not on a ship. And unless you're on ship Candy Toot Toot. So
Candy,
Yes, no, I'll help.
you are.
I can talk to your
Can we
people.
put the head away? That's just it's nasty. All right, that's nasty.
Not
Candy
bleeding
looks
anymore.
over, and Oscar, her pocketbook dog, is like munching at pieces of the decaying flesh. And she goes, Oscar, I told you can't eat the head, baby. Stop.
So we're off to Gary then. I mean, it's convenient if we are. I've got things.
Well,
I got
wait
some
a
stuff
second.
cooking over there, Candy.
What
I need to go.
Cooking. I didn't know
Yeah.
you could cook.
Well, yes. There's a lot of shit you don't know about me, Candy, and that's okay. We like to keep things ambiguous like that.
Right. It's complicated, right?
I wouldn't go that far. It's just mac and cheese. That's not complicated.
That's fine. Don't worry. Maybe when I get to, Gary, I'll call Sean. He always has like the right answers or whatever.
I don't. You know what? You call Sean. You call him. That's lovely. Go ahead. Call him.
I'm crouched down by
Shit.
Oscar, like just scratching their head and goes, ooh, there's a real big elephant in this room. Right, buddy?
Look, all I'm saying is like I have a few people on dial I could like ring up if we needed some help or whatever.
Yeah, Sean's proven to be real fucking helpful.
Okay. Well, you know who is helpful? Hurricane.
Oh, you know Hurricane.
I mean, like, duh.
Yeah. Bobby got us all in touch together. Don't you remember?
Yes. Sorry, very recently started calling him Hurricane. He didn't really like the whole Bobby.
Yeah, I don't like the Hurricane name. That sounds stupid. Was he a fucking basketball team?
Like, but his
It's
real
better than his
name
actual name, I'll be
is
honest.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, go by what you want to be called. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess it feels less like a name, more like a title.
It's like
And it didn't exactly take me by
it's
storm.
a handle. It's like a brand, JR. We talked about this with your podcast, and you just like didn't even want to.
Okay,
All right,
so
well.
Gary. We're going to Gary, right?
I guess.
Let's get moving.
You know what? Actually, let's ring up Hurricane just to be like, what's the sitch? Because he's always got it,
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so I pull a very tiny pink phone out of my purse. It has some kind of bangle, and I clack my nails and my finger against the screen and like dial up Hurricane.
Very, very quickly, you hear like several different dial tones, like you're going through several different networks before you get to a slightly fuzzily voiced fella that you recognize instantly as Bobby Hurricane Weatherbottom. And he goes, "Hello, Candy, how you doing?"
Hurricane, baby. So like I'm calling you because we have a little sitch.
Well, I can help with almost anything. What is it you need? Just straight to business? It's very nice to hear from you, but of course, whatever you need.
Oh, you're like so polite or whatever. Okay, so here's what's up. So supposedly like something bad's like gone down in Gary, and that's where I was currently doing business, and so business is like dried up.
Ooh.
So I was wondering if you had like the lowdown on the hoedown in Gary.
I'm sorry to hear that. We can't be having that. That's not fair. No, you I think I've got exactly what you need. I'll call in a favor on your behalf. This is on me. You get what you need. There's a fella you might need to have a little chinwag with in Gary by the name of Bruce. He is a very, very wonderful fella. He's Nosferatu. very alarming face. But
He's like,
Ananos
what?
Aussie, so is not as polite as me, but he will very graciously answer any questions you have about Gary.
Well, Hurricane, you're like so sweet, hooking us up and all. I don't know what a Nosferatu is, but like I will definitely figure it out when I get there.
Oh, you will.
And you said his name's Bruce. It's very manly.
Yeah, manly, sure. I will send over his location in Gary, and you can get all your answers out of him free of charge.
Ooh. Does he have like a favorite thing? Can I bring him like a little gifty?
He likes video games.
Ew.
I know.
Okay. I'll work on that. Thanks, Hurricane. Oh, say hi to like Ikemba and JR. You're on speaker.
Hello, you two.
Hey, Weatherbottom.
Hi. Been causing trouble?
Where am I not?
Hi, JR.
Bobby, it's always good to hear from you, man. Hope you're well.
My favorite. I love listening to your podcast while I'm getting some stuff done. Very appreciating your work. It's amusing. Yeah, feel free to call in whatever you need, whenever you need it. If you're going to Gary, you're going to need it. There's werewolves aplenty. It's a dangerous town. You know, there's a war brewing between the street gangs, mostly. You should be fine, but you don't want to get caught in the middle of that.
So
Yeah, I keep hearing reports of Mothman, though. That's what's
I
really
heard
piqued my
that.
interest.
What's Mothman?
Well, it's mostly a prophecy of sorts based on what kind of things I've discovered. A lot of people have turned it. You know what? I'll give you the details another time. It's not super important, but that's why my feet are
Is
going
it
on the
literally
street.
a moth person, or is it like less?
Bipedal humanoid, 8 feet tall, really likes lamplights.
Well, just snap a pic if you find him.
Man, I'm going to try. BFMs are really hard to get a hold of these days. Big fuzzy monsters. We it's a camera blur incident. We're still working
I
on
like
it. Okay?
definitely thought that meant something else.
Yeah, so did I.
I don't know what else that could be.
Don't ask, don't tell. Okay, thanks, Hurricane. We love you.
My favorite anarchs. I will catch you later. And he hangs up the phone.
Okay. See, sometimes all you need is like a little phone call, a little smoozing, a little thank you, and you get what you need.
At this point, you hear like a stretch and a yawn from the doorway to this room you're in, and Scott Freeman turns up in like a ratty shirt and a dressing gown that's open so you can see his boxers, and he's got a cup of blood that he's just kind of messily sipping, and it drips onto his shirt. And he's just like,
Oh my God. Like, we talked about your uniform. I do not want to see you in like your casuals. You know what I'm saying? Ew.
"You've got friends over. You didn't tell me you'd have friends."
Well, like, I have friends.
Fine. Sure. Have you got any more blood bags left? And he holds his thing upside down.
For you, no, until you put on like your uniform. Suit, tie, the whole nine. Come on, you're goon number 1. Get with it, Scott.
But
Aren't you supposed to be a kindred man? You're looking less and less like us and more like a leech.
come on. I can't do anything with the Camarilla because you lot secreted me away. Bobby hates my guts and I'm not useful anymore because I haven't been outside because I can't do anything. What's...
Like, I'm trying to make you useful as a goon, and we are going outside if you'll just suit up because you cannot go in like your boxers.
I'm not goon material. I can't beat people up.
Listen. Stop being a morose bitch. All right, the sullen, gloomy look on you—it's not a good look. If anything, you're gonna weaken what she looks like as we go over. You saw this head the dog is eating.
That's
Ew.
right, and I already look weak.
Oh, that's gross.
I think you look great, Candy.
Oh, thanks, Ikemba.
Oh. I don't know what's the vibe in this room. I'm gonna get. I'll get dressed. What? So what do we? Am I staying here?
No, you're coming.
Like-
you're
I
definitely
really wanna
going
stay
Put
with
here.
us.
some fucking clothes on.
I promise she's only gonna get whinier.
Ugh.
Do not make me sick Oscar on you.
Oh no, that would be.
He was just eating like
He
brain.
ripped the head off that guy.
Yeah.
Like, no, this was a gift, a welcoming
He's already
gift.
discovered the flavor of people meat. You might want to fix that, my friend.
Okay, fine.
Also, like, do you know what's in the kitchen and how to like navigate cabinets?
I've been in there.
On your way out the door, and yes, please, would you like go to the cabinet and find like some salt and bring it with us? And if you forget, it'll be your head on my desk, okay?
Gotcha. Right, salt in a suit, and a shave. He messes with his beard, and he kind of trots off, and he leaves like little kind of sweaty footprints on the floor.
He's been
Well, I
living
don't
with
really-
you?
I guess like you could say that he's like been gifted to us.
You return
Yeah,
the gift.
it's a real gift, that one. Yeah,
like-
that's what I've been asking this entire time.
I know, right? But here's the thing. I know that he's good for something. I just don't know like what yet. Even if it's like, you know, to stop a bullet. So I'm just gonna keep him around for a while.
I mean, I will say, I'm no mafia boss, but I am in charge of my own little gang, and I will say, keeping someone like that around, Jerry has a point. He's kind of ruining your image, and probably is not
Well-
the cause of this, but at least one of the stepping stones to.
Well,
this,
I
and
promise you,
gestures to the head.
we'll sacrifice him if we need to. I just haven't had the heart to like torture information out of him yet. So I thought I'd just like play it nice, but it's kind of not like working. He's so
Yeah.
needy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If he's at least meat shod, I won't complain about that.
I mean, he's kind of like our responsibility. We did free him.
I didn't take on that fucking responsibility. I want no part of that. I have all my own shit cooking anyway. I don't need this
What
guy.
is it with you and cooking?
Why do you focus on specifically that
I
terminology?
don't know. You just like never cooked for me.
You never asked. You keep threatening to call Sean. What's Sean gonna make you?
I don't.
Meth?
I don't. Maybe.
Yeah, that's thrilling. Meth. Nothing like a romantic night on meth.
Oscar, do you want to go out for a
That's like
walk real
serious
quick?
chemistry. You don't need to
Let's go
just
out for a
cook
walk.
up like meth. Can you?
Look, I pack light. I'm gonna go pack up some flashlights, and we can have this conversation all the way to
You're
Gary.
gonna blind them?
No, Moth. Never
Oh my
mind.
god, you're here for the Mothman, right? Okay, go get your flashlights. I'm gonna get things. And Candy goes in a desk drawer and begins pulling out like police grade handcuffs and like you know, like a knife and like things that might be useful. And she begins tucking them in a probably very expensive like pink designer handbag.
Ikemba legitimately went, while they were arguing, Ikemba did go out with Oscar. It's like, let's go out for a walk while they argue. And he just out walking about
Yeah,
the
you,
mansion.
you walk the dog.
While you're grabbing the things out of the desk, he's like, look, I'm sorry. I just think we're hot onto something here with this, and with some of the things that are shaking down in Gary, I don't want to see the funds come to a halt. You know, you got it's way more than the Visa Black at this point. You're running something probably bigger than you've ever had before, and well, with Tim down and out, right? Is the gun operation slowed down? Money's going to slow down there, and if they've cut out all of your goons in Gary, money's going to slow down there, right? With me still doing the podcast, at least I can get the word out so that we can keep moving drugs.
Like, okay, fine. She reaches in another desk drawer and pulls out a list of words for this week and the symbols that match them, and she passes it up. She goes like, fine, I agree, like business can't stop or like dry up, and I have you know, a legitimate reputation to like uphold, so do you think I should like lose the fur and maybe go with a blazer?
Cons of wearing a blazer while in Gary. I mean, it's an image, right? Image is everything right now.
I should go for red in case I get like blood on it and then you can't see it.
That's right.
I run up and like give you a peck on the cheek, and then I run into what is probably an entire room dedicated to a redonkulous sized closet of clothes that no person would ever need. And I pull out like a red blazer that still has like pink accents on it and toss it on. Okay. Oscar, and I like snap. He hops in the bag. I'm like, okay, now I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So you've finished walking the dog, Ikemba. Scott turns up in a very sharp but plain black and white suit, with like a tiny dribble of blood down the corner of his mouth. He looks a little bit better, but his hair's still messy. And he, yeah. How are you getting? Is he like driving you in one of your cars? How's this going down?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Wait, like I have another goon, right? That could
Yeah,
drive
you
us.
got another bodyguard
Candy,
as well. Just
Okay.
didn't you have like your dad's like Cadillac or something?
Yeah,
The-
like
the-
I
the
have
Escalade?
like a big black Escalade. Yeah, I have goon number 2. Pull the Escalade around, and those are the only 2 goons I have like left. And he's gonna drive us to Gary in our black Escalade.
all right. So you're all in this car. You're all driving. Scott is like doing really annoying things, like drumming on the window, or like he's staring outside, just generally being all fidgety and irritating. And as you drive into Gary, I think you cross the border and there's like a chill. You all get especially JR gets the vibe that something horrible happened here, and all the signs that you normally see of lots of kindred activity. There's people spray painting symbols to be like, hey, there's like a blood bank here that you can buy things from, that kind of thing. All looks fucked up and old and dead. This place feels like a ghost town. You see almost no signs that there are any kindred here at all.
Oh, this place is a mess. It is a mess. Have we really not been active here? What is going
well, like
on?
it didn't look
like-
like this the last time I came through. I mean, it was always a shithole. It's just Gary, right? But not like this.
It looks rough.
Huh. Well, I mean, I suppose we didn't really ask this question. Kenny, do you have a place to stay here? Because
Well, this like one time Sean told me of this spot that they used to like hang out at, him and his like coterie. It's a tire shop. It's open late.
a tire shop. Okay, all right. Weird, but all right.
Josh, do I like know of any other spots in Gary?
You probably know maybe people in Gary, but the tire shop is the one place that you're aware of. You also obviously
so like
have the
they're supposed to have like
location
a
that
pink neon sign and stuff. It'll be cute. Come on.
if you need a safe place to go, you can go there. There's also obviously the location of Bruce that you have from Hurricane.
Oh yeah, Nosferatu.
Mhm.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
No, just
Nah, just Nos.
No.
Nos works. They're
I could just call him
Toreador?
Bruce. Sir man.
Yeah.
that works. That works, Bruce. Yeah.
How's
We
everyone
could also
feeling?
go
Do we wanna
visit
go straight there?
Bruce.
Well, I mean, we were on speaker the entire time, so could we all go to see Bruce, or is this just like a candy play?
I mean, like, I'd be fine to like meet Bruce, but I have a feeling like it was okay for all of us to like go visit the nose.
I think
All
just
right,
calling
I
him
mean-
Bruce is better, honestly. I don't think you should call him Nose in front of him.
Like, why?
At least not
I
until
said it
after
like
we've got information. out of
why?
him.
I said it like you said it.
Let's call him
No.
a bit of a
Bruce.
history, I think. I think they get shit on a lot, right? They get shit on a lot. So maybe Bruce just works.
Right. Okay. I tap goon number 2 on the shoulder and I hand him the location. We're going there.
You just get a very stern, yes, ma'am. As you clearly approach a residential area in Gary, JR, I would like you to do me a wits awareness roll. Damn, 4.
successes.
Okay. You get that chill.
Fuck.
Like,
oh, no, no. No, some shit's not right here. We are definitely being watched.
100%.
Definitely.
You get that feeling. You look around, and that is when the car stops as goon number 2 says, we're at the location.
Okay, like what's in the area? Is it just residential?
It's residential. It appears that it's kind of mixed use residential and small business kind of place. Everything obviously is kind of run down still, and it is the stairs down underneath what used to be a McDonald's, which is the place that Hurricane has pointed you to. There's like stairs that go down into an underground door.
Ew.
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course. It's going to be like a basement or a sewer. That makes sense. Fuck.
Why?
Why didn't I
Why
think
does
of
that make sense?
You haven't heard, the reputation of Nosferatu?
No, I've like,
You never heard what they're called? They're called sewer rats.
ew. Why?
Just want
You don't know
to
any-
ask real quick. Is our plan here to befriend this Bruce?
I mean, if he's
or-
cute.
Oh,
Ooh.
no. Can't.
I
No.
mean,
I can't.
hey.
But you want to take this one? You know about it?
Are you? We don't know what their personality's like, but physically, probably not. Definitely not. Most certainly.
I mean, like, I am
no.
open-minded.
All right. Okay.
I go for dad
Hold on
bods
for a
on
second.
the
Kenny,
occasion.
you know what? All right. Just simmer. You know when you get upset and you get hair in weird places. You go through sporadic animal puberty.
We're not supposed to talk about that.
Okay. All right. Now imagine that's an all the time thing for the Nos, but instead of hair, it's just a bunch of fucking ugly. Just a whole lot of decaying, twisted, mottled
I don't
flesh.
think that I like the way that you're calling them ugly. What if they're beautiful on like the inside?
No, that's I can't help it. All right. I hate being around them.
Okay, you know what? Candy has always made her own judgment calls on people. I have good instincts. So, like, I'm going to go knock on this door and introduce myself to Bruce and be the charming, lovable person that I absolutely am.
Okay. I want to turn to Jay and be like, okay, so depending on what we want to do here, we might have to intercept Candy. Are we going for a pleasant approach or are we torturing the hell out of this guy? Because if we're going for pleasant, I don't know if Candy should be the one to start the conversation.
I mean, look, man, I'm the mouth on the streets. I'm not a fist. Okay, if I have to, I will, but I'm not. It's not a strong point of mine.
Pleasant it is.
We should let Goon 1 and Goon 2 stay with the car.
Got a name.
Not
Nobody
like
fucking
while they're
cares.
on the job.
Stop listening to us.
It's okay, Scott. Like, I know you have a real name, but like, I have to keep up appearances for Goon number 2. No favoritism.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
Thanks, Scott. Goon number 1. Okay, and I'll trot across this like gravel lot in my pink fluffy high heels and my red blazer and just like on his little door.
I will try to outpace Candy and get to the door first.
You're both running down these stairs to the door.
Yeah, I want to just like try to get there before Candy because I'm not entirely. I don't know what Candy's initial reaction is going to be, and that could set everything up.
On the way out of the truck, I'll tap Goon 1 on the shoulders, like, wait, we actually do care, but seriously, turn the radio off because that's how they get you. Just
The
really follow
radio.
me on this one. That's I'm serious. Just
The ra-
turn the fucking radio off. What's your name?
Freeman.
No, not you. The other. I know who the fuck you are, Scott. The other guy. What's your name?
Andy.
Andy, look, sweet name, right? I bet you had aspirations for many great things in your life. All right, we all did. Okay, this is just the life that we've gone to now. Andy, you're a sweet boy. Just don't get in Candy's way. And seriously, turn off the radio. Only intercept phone calls before 7 p.m. Okay.
Okay.
Be good. And he'll leave. He leaves.
You hear the radio click off, and just Scott Free in the back goes, "Fuck's sake!" And Ikemba and Candy rush to this door, and there's a knock. JR, as you are descending the stairs, you see a shadow whip across the roof of a nearby building. You catch like a little
Fast
spark of red in there.
And they're knocking?
They've already knocked.
Okay. Like what's the time of, like, are we talking 8 seconds, like 3 seconds?
Until what?
Somebody answers the door, and like how long has passed since they knocked?
That no one answers the door. Candy and Ikemba, you hear like yelling from inside.
Are we like early or something?
Get inside. There's somebody on the fucking roof. There's somebody on the roof. Get inside.
Inside where?
I just say, knock, knock, and I'm going to try and barge the door open.
Oh. I step back to like give him room.
This is a secure door, but I think with your determination, it doesn't take too much. Make me a roll, and if you'd like to use your potence, feel free to make a rouse check. You get one hungrier, but you do have 2 extra dice on this athletics strength roll. 4 successes. On the first shoulder barge, the lock just kind of pings and flies into the room. Door flies open, slams against the wall. On the inside, it's quite dark in here, but you see on the inside a really fancy computer setup, and silhouetted by the glow of Valorant, you see a guy slamming his fist on his desk and yelling people like, "Go A, you fucking idiots," in a very strong Australian accent.
I would try as quietly as I can. I just think Ikemba thinks it's very amusing. We'll kind of get up right behind the ear of this guy and just go, I'm a Deadlock main personally.
There's like a, and he jumps out of his seat and whips around and like presses himself against the wall like, "I don't have anything. What are you here for?"
Are you Bruce?
I just shut the door.
"Yes, I'm Bruce."
Bruce, you got people on your roof, man.
"Well, that's not good.
Friend of yours?
Like his...
No, it's not good.
Is he cute?
I got people in my
Flash of
house
red.
as well."
We were sent here, Bruce. We know your name, Bruce.
Yeah. That's a very
Bobby
good
sent us.
question. Is he cute? I need to see what Candy's reaction is.
So now he's turned around. What you see is a mummified man with deep sunken eyes and like that kind of, if you've ever seen a mummy corpse in real life, it's like that deeply sunken, like stretched skin, like it's
Desiccated.
been dried and prepared as a mummy, except this man is moving and talking.
He's been jerky.
He's been jerkied. Raisined.
Oh my gosh. Does that like hurt?
What?
That's like amazing. Do you look like this all the time?
Look like this all the time. And yes, it does hurt sometimes. It's really dry. You know how many different kinds of moisturizer I've tried?
Bruce, we're about to be besties. I've got you. I open up my handbag and I start scrounging through what sounds like an entire drugstore, like cosmetic factory in the bottom. And I pull out a tube of moisturizer and I'm like, Bruce, this is the best moisturizer there is. This one time when I went to Cancun, I got a sunburn. Can you believe that? And when it was all said and done, I was peeling like a plastic bag off a sidewalk, okay? And so I use this, and look at me now. You can't even see the scars, nothing. Perfect. Here, this is for you.
He very sheepishly puts out a hand and takes the moisturizer.
I'm Candy.
Nice to meet.
JR.
Candy.
Ikemba.
Oh, I got an email about you three. Oh, thank God, I thought you were going to kill me. Oh, okay.
Well, at least not before
Honestly,
you
we're prepared to.
moisturize.
Am I the only one that's worried about the guy on the roof?
I'm not actually worried about the guy on the roof.
He was watching. I saw him dart across the roof. There was a flash of red. Could have been his eyes. Could have been a smoke. I wasn't sure. Maybe he vapes. I don't really know. I think it's irrelevant at this point. But it was definitely a fucking guy on the roof.
Yeah, that actually for you rings a bell because the like stereotypical description of Mothman is like a shadowy figure with big red eyes.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. And he bolts out the door.
Where
Like he
you go-
throws the door
okay.
open and starts running.
Like, why did you have to go and do that, Bruce?
Uh,
Well done. Now he's going to be on the Mothman train all night, and we're never going to get him back in the car.
Sorry,
Okay, Bruce, it's really nice to meet you and all, but we are here on some serious business. I have questions, and I hope you have some answers.
let me try and fix my door, and I'll. And he goes over and he alt F4s out of the game and like starts bringing up camera feeds on all the like immediate road outside the McDonald's. And he's like paranoid checking all of this and like fitting the door back on and stuff.
Okay, look, I'll replace the door. I'll even buy you some new like security cams because those are so 1995. So, okay. Here's what's up. I need to know who in town might be trying to fuck with my business.
Mm.
Who say might saw off somebody's head.
Oh, okay. Well, you came at a really bad time because there's a few gangs here, few different places, and so you're into the drug game, right?
Not on paper.
Well, not the IRS isn't going to ask, but like the truth is that's what. Yeah.
Yes.
So there are two gangs, as far as I understand it. That fella Sean set up a thing with a group named the Bravos, but there's been this group of thin bloods called the 49ers who have muscled in on that territory.
The 49ers.
They live on 49th Street.
Oh, I thought it was like a baseball team or something. Okay, well, so what? Like 49th Street 49ers, these are the people that like take heads?
I don't remember them being the kind of people that take heads, but everyone's capable of anything these nights. After the Lupine attacks, I just disappeared. I didn't want to get into any of that.
So like tell me about that. Did they just like howl at the moon and tear some shit up? Like what is with this town? Dead?
Yeah, well they kind of did that for a couple of nights. It was lots of howling and lots of tearing people apart. And now there's like maybe a tenth of the kindred population.
Oh, was it culling?
Oh yeah, the werewolves were really angry. I don't know how many of it was. How many of them there was, but there were at least 4. It was
And like
brutal.
they just got mad one night and just started ripping through town.
So I hear it was a very specific reason that they got mad, and like someone had stolen something from them. I don't know who it was quite yet. But someone pissed them off, and they thought they'd
What
take
was
it out on everyone.
What was stolen?
One of their friends' hearts, if you can believe that.
Oh.
Like interesting.
I'm not sure if that's 100% reliable. You ever tried talking to a lupine? You don't.
But honestly, I would love to.
I love dogs though. Like that can't be so hard.
Oh, they are rather different, Candy.
They bite your face off.
Oscar tries to bite my face all the time. And do you know what I do? Take him for a little walk and give him a treat.
They might not like that, but you can certainly try when you leave here.
And
Do you
like,
have any
where?
names?
Yeah, like, and you're still here. Why?
Yeah, sure. I live here. I'm quite invested, and I've got some friends who hang around here. See, there was this time when all of these gangs thought that what the best thing would be is to kind of hold hands and be friends and, you know, kumbaya. They formed this whole council thing. It was going really well until they pissed each other off, and I guess now there's no real structure at all. They're just doing whatever they want,
Oh, like the mafia.
like the mafia. Mafia.
Okay. There are some easy solutions to these problems, though they're not my problems, so y'all have to figure that out on your own. Ikemba, maybe we should collect JR because you know if he gets too far, we're never going to find him again. And if the Mothman eats him, that's a lot of explaining to his podcast listeners.
Well, hold on. It would be really nice if someone was to say, come in here and offer someone something to maybe even the playing field, or I don't know, bring some order.
Yeah, duh. If they are functioning on full mafia like policies, then the fact of the matter is whoever comes in with either the most money or the most gun power is going to win. And guess what, Bruce? I have both.
Fine. I mean, you can do what you want. I'm just saying, they're all willing to listen to someone who's more powerful than them, like you. So maybe you Anarchs can come in here and offer them something?
Why does everybody keep calling me that? Like, ew, Anarch, it's not my vibe.
It's you're with the hurricane, right?
Like, Hurricane and I are on speed dial, yes.
You see him like file that piece of information away. Well, aren't you Anarchs then?
Wait, you think we're like in his club or whatever? Ew, no, no.
Yes, we are. We're Anarchs. Kenny. Oh, I'm kind of surprised you don't know already, but JR can explain to you later.
Yeah. Well, just to let you know, the Camarilla have already been here, and they've already asked me to ask all of these gangs to step in line and have some law and
how
order.
did it
They're trying to run this joint, and if you want to run this joint, you might want to do that first.
Hey, Candy, do you want to go and catch up JR? I'll get more info out of our friend Bruce here.
Okay, fine, but I'm leaving Oscar behind in case you need backup. No man, like, left on his own, you know what I'm saying? Because the last time
Of
you killed
course.
someone, not that it didn't benefit us all in the end, but like,
Wait,
I won't kill anyone. Bruce has been very pleasant to speak with so far.
thank you.
I would like agree. I definitely thought you were going to be bigger, Bruce, but you know, the accent's working for you. Oscar, stay. Eat Bruce if he's bad.
Just there's a stare off between Bruce and the dog.
Okay. And then I like clack, 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 clack all the way out of whatever room or space that we're in, like back up these steps to the parking lot. And I'm like, JR.
Meanwhile, on the
Jared bolts out of the building, and instinctively he grabs onto his Tascam 4-track recorder, and he's already into it. He's like, "Listen, guys, I've been hearing Gary for 5 minutes. I'm your feet on the street, JR, and the first thing that I see, can you fucking believe it? It's Mothman or it's some creepy guy, but I'm gonna figure it the fuck out. I think I see him," and he just like just starts like hauling ass, right? He's just really moving as much as he can, trying to get up onto buildings. He'll even activate some of his disciplines here. I've got fleetness if that's
that
going to assist.
absolutely will help you. Yeah, do a rouse check.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah, so you bolt off, and the cam footage, the shaky cam footage, goes from to and you start catching up to this shadow, the red glowing eyes, and it's like jumping
Come back here, you
across
motherfucker.
places
Come back here.
and disappearing one moment, reappearing the other. And like you close the distance and you get around to like the darkest corner of this place, and suddenly you see this figure that you've just cut off in a dark alleyway behind like a bunch of different industrial places that you're in the middle of.
I fucking stop. Just stop. Fuck. Stop for a second.
Out of this shadow, you see two red glowing eyes whip around to you, and just a voice that you sort of recognize go, "Why are you trying to follow me?"
Why the fuck do I know that voice? Why do I know that fucking voice? Who the fuck are you?
Oh, fucking Anarch.
Oh, no.
You little shit.
Fucking
What are you doing
Sava?
here?
Are you fucking here, Sava? What?
Emerging out of the shadow
Lowers the task cam. God, fuck.
is
Why?
a Russian man
Why?
with a hook for a hand and red glowing eyes and a big trench coat and a pointy beard.
In the last fucking 10 minutes, I met an Australian, and I'm returning to a Russian, and I'm gonna have to go back, run my happy ass all the way back to Candy and express that I've been chasing a mythical Russian through the streets of Gary. What the fuck are you doing
Damn
here?
right, I'm mythical.
Listen, Hookhand, calm down, all right? You're not what I was fucking after. I thought you were
The
Mothman.
fuck is a Mothman?
It's like an 8-foot tall, fuzzy moth bipedal humanoid with red eyes, man. You got a lot in common with the way you're fucking Batman hopping
yeah,
across
that guy.
roofs.
I mean, like,
Wait, have you seen him?
I've seen lots of things. Fuck you.
No, don't fucking bullshit me, Sava. Seriously,
I
have you
don't
seen
know
him?
if it's a werewolf or some other shit, but there's a lot of scary things in this city.
Wait a minute, didn't you fuck with us last time?
Well, you
I saw
fucked
you.
with me. You fucked up my
You
fucking
fucked
plan.
with me.
You fucked up. You fucked up. I was supposed to get scot-free.
Oh, wait, you wait
the
until
Camarilla really
you
pissed
wait
at
until
me.
I tell
He
Ikemba and
didn't
Candy.
want me to
Oh,
get
they're
into the
gonna be so
Camarilla in
shitty with
Chicago, and
you.
it's all your fucking fault. It's the reason why I'm
But
here
fuck the
now.
Camarilla. You don't
I'm
wanna be
here
a part of
doing
them anyway.
fucking dog's
Also,
body
you know
work
what?
for the fucking Camarilla,
Your
and it's
beard
all
is
your
fucking
fucking
stupid,
fault.
okay? Why don't you
I
get a
listen
fucking
to your
prosthetic
shitty
that's an actual
podcast. You
hand,
don't know
man?
what.
Who wears that fuck? You listen to my podcast?
Yeah, it's okay. It passes the time.
Thank
I
you.
haven't got to your new episodes. You're doing a Mothman thing now?
Yeah. Okay, all right. All that's I'm looking for Mothman. That's why I came to Gary. Okay, everybody has talked about the werewolf thing. I don't give a shit. Okay, I don't fuck with them. They don't fuck with me because I
mean,
I
they're
do
still
my
like
own thing. But
cryptids,
Mothman,
right?
that is. I mean, I guess like so are we.
Oh, shit.
Though. Wait, hold on. Listen, are we friends now?
You're not trying to
Because
fuck with me
they're
this
gonna
time, are
say
you?
some shit. I didn't even know you were here,
I
man.
didn't know you were here.
I didn't know you were here. We were sent to talk to fucking Bruce.
Oh, Bruce, he's a nice guy.
I don't know. He might have a gaming addiction based off of what I've been told, but that's yet to be determined.
Look, I'm just here
Oh, this just got
to
awkward.
spread the word that the Camarilla is coming to town, and Bruce apparently is the guy that knows all the guys.
So are you camp
No.
proper now? Are you trying to be?
Yeah, it's this whole La Sombra thing. I've got a granddaddy who really wants in.
Oh fuck, Sava.
It's my.
There's no fucking Mothman in Gary. It's you.
Oh shit! I'm a cryptid now.
You're wearing the trench coat. You're like forever fucking tall. You've got red eyes. You're leaping roofs. You're fast as fuck, darting from shadow to shadow. It's
I
fucking
always
you,
wanted to be
Sava.
famous.
There's no fucking Mothman
If
here.
people get scared of me, I love that. That's the most fun I've heard all year.
Listen, I'm sorry. I can't sell to my listeners, right? I can't sell to my viewers that the Mothman is actually a Russian with a weird beard. All right, I can't. They're not going to be into that. They're not going to buy it.
either.
Okay, all right. It's I mean, it's still a podcast. Dude. There's not a camera involved, but that's fine. That's neither here nor there. What else? Okay, please, we can save this. We can rectify the situation. Please tell me there's other things that there are other cryptids here. I don't think I'm going to get to talk to a fucking werewolf, man. They'll cut my whole face off.
Have you heard the story about the Arizona Dogman?
We're in Gary, Indiana.
But you could sell it as a werewolf.
Oh my god, Sava, you're fucking pointless then, and you're not as helpful right now.
Look.
What,
if you
okay,
want
all right,
proof,
all right,
I'll stand and I'll be creepy on a... We could just fake it, man.
Can you make yourself blurry?
Point that camera at me, yes.
Would you mind?
Are you kidding me? That would be awesome.
I mean, we could pull this off.
Fuck yeah.
All right, yeah. No. Like, let me get roof bound and snap a couple of shots. Yeah, that would be great. Hold on, is it fucking candy?
JR.
Okay, make this quick. Come on, hurry, make this quick.
He melts into the floor and appears on the roof, and
and he just starts snapping
with
his phone.
Across
right,
the roof,
it's just
and
quick
you've got the
shots.
shittiest,
I swear to
blurriest.
God, we will leave you behind in Gary, Indiana. JR.
Candy, fucking. We'll talk later.
Oh my God, I broke a sweat. Did you? Did you find
glistening.
him? Your long lost love, the Mothman?
And he's gonna show you the phone.
What the hell is that? It's all blurry. You didn't even use nighttime
It's
mode.
my fucking proof. It's my proof.
That kind of looks like a guy in a cape.
It's kind of a guy in a cape. Yeah,
he has a really bad beard.
Do you remember? He does.
You could barely, you definitely make it out, but anyone else probably wouldn't be able to, because there's if you manage to get any picture of the face, there's these huge glowing red eyes and like a deathly skull death mask thing going on.
The red eyes are like a little much. Did you Photoshop those?
With my phone?
You've been out here a while.
Look at the timestamp.
JR, it's okay
seconds.
for you to be honest with me if you're tampering with evidence.
Ikemba, your hair as well.
I'm evidence. Listen, no. Do you remember? Okay, do you remember the house where Tim, like across the street, Tim did the thing and he killed that guy, and then when we went back in, the really weird looking Russian guy was there with the hook hand, called himself Sava.
Oh yeah.
Sava's here.
Where?
And I'll be honest with you, I don't even remember why. I got so lost in the sauce on Mothman that
Ew. I
don't
did
remember
not know
why.
Mothman had sauce.
He said Bruce is a good guy. That much I remember.
Okay, well, I completely agree. I've left Ikemba and Oscar behind to, play the good cop, since I was clearly the bad cop. And, yeah, I was sent to retrieve you so that we can make sure, the Mothman didn't eat you or something with a secret sauce.
I know this is totally random, but I think between you and me, I think Sava, like the beard with the eyes and the weirdness and the cape, the dude's got a really weird dick too. There's no doubt in my mind. Like he might be a lizard.
Are you thinking about the Mothman's penis?
If the Mothman can reproduce,
that just
I'm
gave me
very
an
interested.
idea, JR.
I am concerned.
Can we hit like a drugstore or something like on the way to 49th Street? That's our next destination, by the way.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Anything for you.
Fantastic. I've already got the salt, so this works out perfect.
Okay. Hey, remember we got kind of screwed by Sava. All right. He kind of jerked us around. So I don't know. Maybe you don't.
Maybe you
care.
But the fact of the matter is, Ikemba's here working for me, us, my money.
All right.
And the fact of the matter is, if he truly is, playing us or whatever, maybe he can get us closer to those SI, the FBI, so I can stay off their radar.
No. No, not Ikemba. Okay, I mean, I don't know. You know what? I don't know what Ikemba's deal is. All right, he's one minute he's like he's doing this weird cat and mouse thing, and he's trying to keep pets and out of people, and like
I mean, like,
Kindred are weird.
I'm not gonna kink
Kindred are
shame
weird.
him.
You think it's a kink?
I mean, I'm just saying it's really none of our business, JR. Plus, I already have a pet. And goons.
At that point,
Yeah.
you hear an Australian man being chased down the street, probably quite closely followed by Ikemba, and like the yipping of your dog.
Oh, he must have done something bad. Oscar's trying to eat him. We should go save him.
Oscar,
Get off!
Oscar, it's okay.
It won't leave my trousers alone.
Oscar, I told you can't like continue to eat people.
Can you get your dog off me?
You have to stop panicking. He can smell your fear.
He like falls over. Oscar jumps onto his chest.
I kind of clack over with no rush whatsoever and like scoop this dog off of him and put him back in my handbag. And I was like, okay, so JR got pictures of the Mothman. You've given us our next location. Ikemba, are we good to go?
Yeah, no, I think we're good to go.
Bruce, it has been a true pleasure to meet you. We've heard from, the Mothman that you, in fact, are a good guy.
What the hell are you talking? Just go to...
Yeah, Saba.
Oh,
it's
yeah, that guy.
Saba.
Right.
Yeah, he's watching your place. Keep an eye out on that. I don't know why, but he's watching
It's
your place.
weird. Might have to move again.
It is.
Go talk to Vanessa. She'll be your thin blood on 49th Street. Just get away from me, okay? Just
before you go, I am kind of curious. You mentioned previously that the Camarilla asked you to talk to the gangs to make them play nice.
Well, yeah,
right?
that's what I was doing with Sava.
What kind of sway do you
That's
have
what he
with these
said.
gangs? Why do you have that kind of sway with them?
Well, it's a bit of a complicated story, but basically, that little council that they tried to form, I was like the courier. I don't belong to any of them. I just want to play video games and do other things with my time, and so I'm their
Man, that's a
courier.
mood.
Basically, I can tell them,
Okay.
I can ask them to do things. They quite like me. I like to think I'm a charming fella.
Okay, thank you. I was like pat him on the shoulder.
Don't do anything rash. If you need to call me,
I would
of
never.
course.
Speaking of rash, moisturize twice a day for at least a week. I promise you'll feel so much better.
I actually really appreciate that. All right,
You're welcome.
Toodles. And he vanishes into the night.
Okay, Oscar, in the truck. And I kind of like go over to the Escalade and open the door so Oscar can get in first.
And that, I think, is where we will end tonight's episode.